Okay, if you have ever made big New Year's goals and then by mid-January you're like, who is that confident woman? This is for you. I have made a less pressure January dashboard. And I'm telling you guys, it's gonna help you not quit when life gets busy. It is so cute, it is so cozy, and it is built for real life. Hey, I'm Berg. I help overwhelmed women feel more calm, cozy, and capable when life gets loud, using planners, stickers, and simple everyday routines. I'm not a professional, I'm just sharing what's helped me lower my stress day to day. Now, my goal is not to plan a month that's Pinterest perfect. My goal is to plan a month that is calm, cozy, and capable. Now today we're going to be adding the pieces that solve January's biggest problems. You know the ones. Your overwhelmed feeling, you're wanting to quit your goals, and that loud brain feeling we all get. So on our dashboard, we're going to be having things like tiny changes, the calm, cozy, capable reminders box, plus a minimum baseline that we're willing to do. We're going to do the park it, which will give you some brain relief. We've got some reset tasks, which will give you easy wins, and a self-care game, because you know me, I love games. All right, let's get started on our dashboard. I'm going to pop it out of the planner because I think it's easier to work on like this. Today, we're going to use some Hubman and Chubb Girls Party Penguin stickers. You can see I've already used them. They're fun, aren't they? They're cute. And then a lot of other things from my stash, planner Kate's, that kind of thing. I will list what I've used in the links below. So January is such a neat month. I feel snowy, and even though I live in Florida, I like to have that winter feeling. So I chose Party Penguins for this. And the first thing we're gonna do is we're going to get this ready to go up here. So I'm gonna put this here. So excited. Isn't this the most adorable washi? So let's get this done. I brought up all my supplies. I'll be going through them as we do things. So this is washi from Hubman and Chubb Girl, and so is this one. We're gonna do the cute. It's balloons and cupcakes and all kinds of cute things. Let's do that. We're gonna kind of layer the washi just to give it that cute, you know, layered look, right? Oops. Now I do take my dashboards out because I'm going to be doing especially if I'm doing, or I'll take the pages out if I'm going to do something real extensive, because it just, the little discs or spirals, they kind of get in the way. If you can't do that, it's not necessary, but I just think it's an easier way for me to do the layouts at this point. Let's do that. I might have to redo that. Yeah, it's kind of going up, isn't it? Let's redo this real quick. We're gonna put it down so it's straight. So everything is looking good here. There we go. Okay. Isn't that cute? I love these snowflakes. Now these are Cocoa Daisy snowflakes. So I got Cocoa Daisy in, y'all. All right, now they're gonna put these cute Polaroid ones up here. I think these are adorable. Let's do this over here, just to make this look adorable. We've got this. Now we're gonna do a little drawing today, so prepare yourselves. Now, you don't have to use all these little things and stickers on your stuff. If you just wanna take the systems, you know, if you're not into doing all this, you don't have to. I do this because I enjoy it. And so that's why I do it. It keeps me in my planner. This is what helps me stay in here and stay organized. So again, you can just take the concepts and draw boxes, and then the centerpiece that we're gonna do, you can do an easy, just little, you know, drawing. So you color it in, it's easy. So you can adapt these systems. You don't have to do them exactly the way I've got them down. Now, today we're going to draw some mountains. And if you've never drawn mountains, it's just sort of like an upside down U, tall ones and small ones. So this is very easy. You're just gonna draw a little bit of a U here. Okay, and you're going to want it to come down, and we'll erase as we go. Then let's do a little one here. See, they're just U's. We're not trying to do anything overwhelming or difficult here. Good, let's do one more, maybe right here. Okay, and then we'll do some snow drifts. For the snow, you just make zigzags very easily, right? Not hard. We're not doing difficult here. We're doing fun. If you are creative and you enjoy doing this kind of stuff, feel free to check in. If you just want to do a bar where you color in your fun stuff, you can do that. So this is going to become our self-care tracker, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. All right, so what we're gonna do first, we're just gonna put some color in these mountains very easily. You just do some little stripes. These are alcohol markers. They're Tombow again. I like Tombow, it's pretty good. Then we're gonna come in with some other kind of markers. See how just different colors? You just kind of color it in. Light purple, which is 553, and you come in here. Now I will not put the purple on the snow drifts just because, which is 443. See how I'm going to do just a little on him. These are going to go down at the bottom as if it's shadows. Blue one again, and then we're just going to come back and color in everything. See how good that makes this look? And look, we're not being professional about this. I'm not even staying within the lines. Okay, you don't have to be professional to make this look cute. But if you don't have any alcohol markers, try these. These are great. If you like to marker, I like them a lot. And this will not show through. This is the classic big. That's one of the reasons I like this paper. Your dashboard, by the way, is at the front of every month. So that's where they have it. It's actually before the binder. It comes on the last page of your week. So that's in the Happy Planner Bigs. I think the classics are the same way. Now, again, if you don't have this much space, make smaller mountains. Only make 2 mountains. So think about your space that you have. Now we're going to come in here, and I am just going to do some shadows now. I'm just going to go over the mountains now, and this is all you do. This is it, guys. You put in the drawings now. Okay. I do have one other thing I am going to do, which is put in some trees. See how great this makes this whole page look? I am excited. I was so excited about this layout when I came up with it. So hopefully you have some winter. Now, if you don't have penguins, you can do polar bears. You could even do ski stuff. That'd be cute. Little skiers all over. Goodness, or just winter scenes would be great. So you don't have to do the penguins. I'm just showing you what I have. Use what you've got in stock. Don't run out and buy all kinds of new stickers for this. There's no need. Take the concepts and then do your own thing. Let's say you only have koala bears. Do a tree. So you don't have to run out and buy tons of stickers and all that good stuff, right? I am going to make some trees, and these are very easy to do. Let's see, we'll do them this way. And you just do little swooshes, see? And then some more here. Now, kind of like making a Christmas tree, right? Did you guys have a good Christmas? I hope so. I did, and I'm so excited for the new year now. Oh, we had a good Christmas. All right, so we've got some trees, we've got some mountains, and we're gonna leave it at this for right now because this is going to become our self-care area, and we're going to track it, and I have a clever way to do that in a little bit, but let's get started on something else now. I do not change my whole life goals in January. I pick 1 or 2 tiny changes. That is it. You know, I used to write out 8 resolutions, and by mid-January I felt behind, and I just would really just stop. So now, as I said, I just pick 1 or 2, maybe 3, this year 3 tiny changes that I could do on a Tired Tuesday. And that way, I'm not overwhelming myself, and I will stick to it. I find I'll stick to goals like that for right now. Okay, so this is a planner Kate. It's a kit, and I just cut this thing in half. It has 3 lines. We need 3 goals. right? So I'm gonna put that right here. And then we're just gonna go over and get rid of the little dots because we don't need those. So let's get some little washi here. This tape, yeah, we'll do this, okay? And we'll just put that tape here. Isn't that cute? That works. So use your washi tape to use your stuff. Utilize your stuff. You don't, like I said, I didn't run out and buy specific stickers for these or have to try to make them on the Cricut. That can be too overwhelming, y'all. So we're not here to overwhelm. We're here just to have an easy, relaxing time. So let me show you a trick that you can do. So I don't have something that's long enough to go over that, but I do have 2 of these boxes. So let me show you what you can do. You can stick this box here, right? So it covers that up. Oops. You still have your 3 lines, as you can see. Still have the 3 places to write. And then you just do this, okay? And look, doesn't that look neat with the little washi tape above there? Okay, next, all you do is take one of these and then you're going to cut off the edge. Just cut it off. Now, you can also cut off the edge here because I know sometimes it'll probably show through a little bit, but that is okay with me. I'm not that picky about this stuff. But then you just put it right on the edge and then look, you've got an extended box all the way across that you can write in. So what now I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put January tiny changes, okay? So let's do that. And let's put some stars on that, if I can find my stars. Aren't these beautiful? These are Cocoa Daisy also. I just think those are adorable. So let's put some tiny changes, and then we'll talk about the method. All right, so here's the method. You get a big theme for the year, and then you do a tiny action on it. So I will sit down tonight or tomorrow and think about what kind of changes I want to make. Maybe it's healthier living. Perhaps it's more connection. Each month or each quarter, really, I pick 3 or 2 or 1 tiny change that I'm going to make. So how does that look? Let's talk about how that works. And here's the deal. If you can't do it on a Tired Tuesday, it's not a tiny change. We're not doing pain, we're doing progress here. So let's pick 3 things. All right, I am going to do healthy living, right? Now, remember, I'm thinking about things that I can do on a Tired Tuesday, right? That's my theme. Okay, so this is my thing. Healthy living is my theme. So one thing I might be able to do for healthy living, a tiny change, is maybe make 2 low-carb dinners each week. So let's put that down. That's doable, right? Now, some weeks it might not be, and we'll talk about that too. Okay, now the next thing I want to do is let's talk about calm. Let's talk about being calm, and I might want to plan a calmer life. Have a calmer life. So in order to have a calmer life, one of the things I personally need to work on is getting to bed. So I'm going to do a bedtime of 10 o'clock. And I am going to say, be specific. I would say maybe 3 times a week. Let's try that. Okay. Now, the next thing I am going to do is my wellness, because I would like to work on that. And wellness would be, exercise, that kind of thing. So, and I'm going to do bike riding 2 times a week. These are changes that I can do. We're not trying to change the whole kitchen in one night. We're not redecorating every bedroom. We're not doing all of that. And that is what causes you to be overwhelmed. So do things, doable things you can actually do. So I can actually do a bike ride 2 times a week. I can get to bed 3 times a week at 10. And I can do 2 low carb meals a week. I can do that, dinners, for sure. So think about it. We're not really doing perfection or big things. We're just looking for a little progress. And that's what this helps you do. Okay, now we've made our tiny changes list. What are we going to do? Let's support that. And we're going to do that with our habit seeds. We're going to track a couple of our things to keep us online and on track. And I'm going to show you how we're going to do that. All right, let's put a little line under here. And then we're gonna track so that we can support ourselves in these goals. Let's make a little bit of a game of it. Let's track two things. And we're gonna track our bedtime and our bike rides. Let's call this our habit seeds. So let's put that up here. And this is really gonna reinforce the changes that we're making. And again, I'm gonna cut off the edge and we'll just marry it up over here. Those are so cute. All right, so let's do habit seeds. Okay, now we've got that there. Let's do our two, what we're gonna track. And because this is cute, these are all the colors. Again, this is the Cousins kit from Hubman and Chub Girl, so cute. All right, let's do, I think I'll do the green and this one. So we'll just put these down here beside each other. And these are gonna be the little things we wanna track. It's going to encourage us to do it during the week. And as I said, we've got bedtime 3 times a week and bike rides twice. So let's track those. Bedtime, 3 times, and then bike rides. So we're just reinforcing this by writing it down and tracking. So then you see what the goal is. It's 3 times, 2 times, okay? And you can have other things. These do not have to be, you know, it can just be, I'd like some 10 minutes of reading time a day. Whatever you want to do. Again, we're looking for progress, not perfection. Okay, now to support these, what we're going to do is, let's say we get a really tired week, and we're going to have a minimum baseline of what we can do within that week to feel like we've accomplished something. It says to do, but we will move over on that for sure. Okay, so let's put that here. Here it is. We're going to do minimum baseline. So again, if you have a busy week, this is the minimum that you're gonna do within the week. Let's think about this. So I may not be able to cook 2 dinners, but I could definitely plan 2 dinners. Bedtime, I may not be able to do the 10 o'clock bedtime, but I could do a bedtime routine. So I am going to put that right here. Do you see how this supports this? So the bedtime routine works with this one. The plan 2 dinners works with this one. And now we need the bike rides. I may not be able to do a bike ride, but I can certainly move for 10 minutes. If nothing else, I'm lifting my leg off the couch. I can do that. This is so much better for me. Like I said, I used to write 8 resolutions, and then by mid-January I just felt behind and I would just stop because they were so huge and overwhelming. So now I just pick 1 to 3 changes that I can do on a Tired Tuesday, and then I support it on my dashboard. See how that works? And these may be the 3 I keep until, I'll evaluate it at the end of the month. Maybe I've already got this habit going, the 2 low carb weeks, and I don't need a reminder anymore. So I might trade that out for another tiny change. If not, I just keep it going for at least a quarter. Now, when I'm stressed or tired, I'm not doing a perfect routine. I'm doing baseline, so I don't spiral and quit. It's the minimum baseline supports my tiny changes. This is the safety net, because I don't quit again, I just drop the baseline. This is the part that keeps you from quitting, because life happens. Your energy dips, people get sick, work gets wild. I have that. Got tax season coming up. I'm gonna be working a lot on that. Life gets crazy. So when life gets crazy, you hit the minimum baseline. Okay, so this side of our dashboard supports our tiny changes that we want to make. Now, on this side of the dashboard, we're gonna start to get everything reset and in order. And so we're gonna have our January resets up here, our tasks, and our calm, cozy, and capable reminders box here. Let's start with our January reset. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna pull one of these Planner Kate's to-do lists. You don't want 10, 15. This is way too long of a list. I'm gonna cut 5 little dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. We're gonna cut that off. And these are reminders of tasks that you need to do to get your house reset, to get everything redone. So see, we can use this later. We'll keep it over here. All right, now, let's do this. I am going to go ahead and cut these dots off because we do not need to do that on this one either. Now you can put washies over it. That's also a cute idea. I've done that. Over here I did that. Okay, let's do this. This is the fun. We got to get the work done first, then we can do the fun decorating. So I can't wait to show you all of that. All right, now I have these cute, aren't these cute? They're like flags. So we're gonna do the double one. And this one I am gonna cut off because it is gonna show through, I think. Right? It doesn't matter, it can be a little over. And then we're gonna do another one. These are planner Kate's. These are freebies that you get. She has the best freebies. I just really like her stuff. She has some very practical, functional boxes. I have her notes. She's got the little bubbles in different colors that say notes. Next week, this week I think, she's got definitely projects. So just helpful stuff. I really like it. First, let's put this up here, January reset. Now, again, if you're not getting these things done, you need to make a smaller list. That's why we're only gonna do 5. You can do 5 in 4 weeks, right? Now, let's write our tasks out here so we can remember what we need to do. We want to schedule appointments. These are just little reminders. We want to declutter one area, organize paperwork, right? So these are just little things to get us reset. And then we're going to want to start our 5-minute cleanup again. So the 5-minute cleanups, that comes from the Clutter Bug. And what you do is, like, at set times of the day, you say, okay, 5-minute cleanups. Because if you're like me, I drop things, pick things up, go on to the next thing. I've just dropped it all. I haven't put anything up yet. So this really, 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 really helps. And then you're gonna wanna put yourself on a timer. I use the timer all the time. I will, let's say I've gotta clean the kitchen up. I will use a timer so I realize, hey, I've just worked on this for 10 minutes. And then I'm like, what am I supposed to be doing? Cleaning up the kitchen, because I get distracted. So that's one of the ways I keep myself on track. So we've got our reset tasks all done. Now let's look at our calm, cozy, and capable reminders box this time. Okay, now we're gonna do our calm plus cozy plus capable box. And this is where I put reminders that keep me steady all month. So let's start with that. I'm gonna start with the name first. And I am gonna call this Penguin Protocol, and then I'll put the calm, cozy, capable little reminder underneath. Huh, isn't that cute? All right, so now we're gonna do calm plus cozy plus capable. All right, now we've got a reminder there. We know what this box is, and I'm gonna use another one of my happy planners, and it is going to be the pink and orange so that this stands out on the page. Let's talk about calm. What we want to do this month, or what I want to do, is I'm thinking of what I can simplify. How can I calm myself, reset myself in a few minutes? So I would say breathing and pause. These are little reminders again of what we can do. And when I'm stressed, I can come to this and say, okay, breathe and pause. I can do that. Our cozy anchor, we're gonna try as the cozy tea time. I love tea time. This is what I'm doing today. By the way, this is a mug my family got me for Christmas. Isn't that cute? I've got my favorite tea in here while I'm doing this. Make things enjoyable, tea time. Just sit down, have a cozy cup of tea, and relax. All right, capable. We're going to want to protect our boundaries also. So you're gonna have all kinds of things trying to impede on them, but stay strong, right? Stay strong. Just like the boundary we put up for Christmas with, there is a quiet times after 10 o'clock, right? It's okay to do that, and it's okay to protect those. For the capable, let's talk about capable. Let's recognize the simple wins, right? Let's recognize simple wins this month. And then we want to remind ourselves, because we've got all these tiny changes and we're putting pressure on ourselves for resolutions, that our capable is going to be doable steps only. We're only going to be doable things this month. Now you can come up with your own if you would like. These are what I've done. You're welcome to come up with your own. I'm also going to put under this a reminder. And my reminder is going to say progress, not perfection, right? So this goes under here, so when I am doing stuff, I can look. It's a big reminder that this is my Calm, Capable, Cozy box. It's a different color than everything. I can see it. And at the bottom, it's going to say progress, not perfection. That is going to help me tremendously, I'm gonna tell you. Okay, so we've got our weekly kind of reset kind of things that we need, our Calm. We've got our Calm, Cozy, and Capable reminders on this side. We are set to go. Now, this is the fun part, although this side will still have a little help for you, and we'll get to that in just a second. We have our January reset tasks. We've done our Penguin Pretty Car, our Calm plus Cozy plus Capable box as our reminders. Let's work on this other section. Business first, then we'll get to the fun part, y'all. I can't wait. Now, I don't know if this happens to you, but when I walk into a room, my brain brings up 12 things I need to get done. And I'm gonna make a park it list. The park it list lets me capture it without chasing it. This box is for mental clutter. If something pops up in your head, don't chase it, park it. So let's make a park it box. And we're gonna put it right here, and I've got a big one. This is a to-do list from Planner Kate again. She's awesome. Now let's put our, where did I put that? Okay, let's put these two down here. We're gonna name it and claim it, y'all. My husband's been saying that lately, name it and claim it. Let's do this first. We're gonna put some washi tape on this stuff. Actually, we're gonna put a border on there because we need to get rid of it, right? And it will make it decorative and cute. And then I'll put the sticker at the top. And this is a big list. Park anything here that you want. That's what this is for. It's for all that mental clutter that we have going on. And I have found that this kind of thing helps me tremendously get through what I need to get done. You're not beating yourself up anymore. You're parking it on a list and you'll plan it later. That doesn't mean you forget about it. That doesn't mean you'll never come back up. It means you put it down on this list so later on you can take care of it. And that gives you peace of mind, right? So we're gonna park it here. We're not gonna forget about it. We're gonna plan it later. Okay? How does that work? So now I'm gonna put a little reminder at the top where it is out of your head. Get it out of your head. Out of your head. And I'm just gonna put out of your head. Okay, and we'll put that right under. So now we have a place to put all these crazy things that line up. I don't know if you have this issue, but you end up beating yourself up all day long. Like if I just want to go get a drink, I walk out in the garage, like, oh, the garage has to be organized. Oh my gosh, that piece of paper should have been thrown away. Why haven't I done that? Da, da, da. So stop that clutter in your head. This box is for mental clutter. If something pops up into your head, don't chase it, park it. Parking isn't just mean ignoring it. It means not letting it hijack your piece. Now, I am finalizing the Park It printable, and when it's ready, I'll put it in my links and email list. It's gonna have instructions on how to use it. I'm kind of excited about it, so I'll let you know. Look for that in the description. When I get it done, I'll be putting it everywhere. All right, now that we've got all the business out of the way, let's have some fun. We are going to do two fun things. First, we're gonna make a January make it list, and second, we're gonna do a mini bucket list. Cannot wait. These are Happy Planner boxes. So we're gonna do this, and then, oh wait, you know what? We're gonna pull that up just a little bit. Let's pull that up. Now I'm getting to the mountains, don't worry about that. We're gonna decorate next. So, and I'm gonna talk about how to decorate those mountains. We've got these two boxes. They're cute. Put them together. Okay, there we go. Now we are going to put, one is going to be our cutesy little January make it list. Isn't that adorable? And then we're gonna go with our mini bucket list. Let's do that. You just cover up those tabs. You just need a space to put things. You don't need to do this today. Okay, so let's do Jan Make It List. This is how you can extend your stickers. Now I'm gonna put 3 things that I'm going to do, make list. Okay, now I'm gonna do my mini bucket list. This is cute. Aren't these fun? We're gonna put 3 little dots here so we can define them. And you can come up with it. Might be, you might wanna bake a cake. I don't know. Maybe I need to do some napkins. I'd love to get my napkins done. Monogramming, embroidery. What else would I like to do? Put these 3 checks over here. So we've got little delineate these things. I want to do a date with my husband and then lots of fun things. Let's see. All right, what are we gonna write? I'm gonna write in blue. Okay, so I'm gonna make napkins. Let's see, napkins. Then I'm gonna leave the rest. I can fill that in the rest. And this, I'm gonna do a date with Matt. And I will wait to fill these in. But see how fun that is? Okay, now, this space right here, we're gonna decorate with the penguins first. And this is going to be our self-care area. I am so excited. And I have found these little snowflakes. These were planner Kate's, but you can find something else or you can draw them. And then every time I do a self-care, I am going to put a snowflake down on the mountains. Now, if you don't want to draw the mountains, you don't have to. You can just do a bar and put some stickers around it. And you can color off a little section every time you do a self-care. That will work too. Make it easy for yourself. This is supposed to be fun, not difficult. It's supposed to be really cool. Okay, now we're gonna put him here. And we're just gonna add our little penguins now. This is the fun part. I love the decorating, right? And then we've got these mini penguins we'll put on some of the little places over here. Okay, now we've got our mini penguins. Now these I'm gonna use later in the month to do a few things, to define some things. And you can do that. You can designate stickers for certain things. And that will help your week and things visually. If you're a visual person like I am, it's gonna help you define things on your calendar. So look for that. That video is coming. It's gonna be the weekly video. I believe it'll be the weekly or the monthly video. Can't remember which I did it on. You know, they all kind of blend together. So I have so much fun doing these. All right, let's put a little penguin here. And then we'll put one more up here, and then we're gonna put some little fun doodads in, right? Let's do that. Do that, and then we'll do, aren't these cute? These are the cutest darn stickers. I do love Hubman and Chum Girl. They have cute stickers. Whoops, we don't wanna cover up the check mark, do we? So let's do that here. And then we'll see if we can do a couple little things that won't cover up the check mark over here. That's perfect. All right, that does cover it a little bit, but we're all right. Let's do let's do a green cupcake down here. Cute, huh? Let's put some washi down here, and then we'll do a sticker. Where's my little washi I wanted to use? Oh, here it is, the snowflakes. These are so pretty. These are Cocoa Daisy again. Oh, I'm gonna have to pull that up, sorry. Pulling up the cupcake real quick. That's amazing. Hubman and Chub Girl stickers usually do not come off well, but that did. That was nice. Okay, now do that down here. Okay, where's my little thing? This is the fun part. This is the decorations, the cools, the really cool stuff. Let's see. Let's do one like that. That'll be cute. And then we'll do, oh, geez Louise, I ripped the thing. Let's see. Can I do it without ripping it the rest of the way? Okay, did rip off his little horn, but that's okay. We will figure that out. Isn't that cute? These are the washi stickers. I do like those. All right, I have the bigger ones, but I don't have that with me. The bigger ones look cute in here too. I've done one big one. This. Okay, now let's put some party flags up here. I know we've got them. Here we go. Let's put a few party flags. We'll do that. That'll look cute. And then we need to put some balloons up here. Like he's gone to a party. All right, I'm getting carried away, but let me do the balloons and then we'll go through everything else. See, he's getting lifted up. One last one. Let's see, we'll do my green up here. Okay, when I've done self-care, I will just plop a sticker on, a snowflake. By the end of the month, I'll have this whole thing snowflake. Let's hope, right? It's kind of a game, and that's what I love about this. It's a game. We're done. Isn't this so adorable and cozy and cute? And it is built for real life. Sunday planning is going to be simple. All I'll do is flip to this and I'll pull from my dashboard. I know I've got to make 2 low-carb meals. I know I want to declutter one area, and then you know I'm going to want to schedule at least 1 or 2 self-care moments because I like to put those snowflakes on my mountains. If January usually makes you feel behind, this is your permission slip to do it differently. We've got your tiny changes and your minimum baseline if things get hectic, and a dashboard that supports real life. Next video is my January monthly setup, and it has, are you ready? A Make Life Easier sidebar. It's going to have meal ideas, it's going to have a way to keep up with decluttering zones, and next month reminders. Thank you so much for spending a little calm time with me today. If this video helped you, I would love it if you'd like and subscribe. Now, let's take a deep breath, be kind to yourself, and keep it calm, cozy, and capable. I'll see you next time. Bye. Hey, I'm Berg. I help overwhelmed women. Oh goodness, let's start again. This is so fun.